Hello, folks. Welcome back for another season of the Underground Health Club. I'm your host, Dr. Joe Kasper. It's great to be back. 2018, we have an exciting array of guests this year. I'm just excited to start the new year, and I know it's a little cold outside back east, and my friends back in the New York area, guys, I'm sorry. There's no snow here. That's the way it is. And my great guest is waiting in the wings, as we can hear her laughing with me, not at me. And before we begin the show, I want to thank our sponsor, Power Pack 3, the vitamins that go from the lab to the patient, no warehouse, no shelf, the most complete 7-in-1 whole food supplement in the world. I know because I formulated them. But these are great probiotics, digestive enzymes, multivitamins. Again, go to www.powerpack3.com for adults, children, all populations. Thank you so much, and we're going to begin. So 2018 is here. I am elated. I do want to give a shout out to my mom back home. My mom, Lenore Kasper, celebrated her 80th birthday. We had a great surprise birthday party for her, and she had no idea, and we got her a great gift. We got her a cleaning girl for 2 years straight. That's a nice gift. And yeah, I'm real excited about that. So hi, Ma, back in Staten Island. So let's bring another great lady is Dr. Louise Swartzwalter. I say it right?
You did. Good job.
Now, this wonderful lady has such a long last name. I got to ask you this. So you have children, right?
I do.
So when your kids played sports, how did their last name fit on the back of their uniform? That must have been difficult.
That's a great question. I think it actually curved.
It had to.
I think it curved, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So do most people call you Dr. Louise?
Yes, they do.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
And it's funny when someone says Dr. Casper, because I'm a nutrition PhD, I'm like, no, Dr. Joe. I'm not that.
Right.
I have an ego, of course, but not that bad.
Yeah. I go by Dr. Louise is fine. Yes.
So Dr. Louise, let me ask a few things. New Year's is here. People are thinking about health, and you're very fit. You look fantastic. So in your lifetime, you've never had a health issue. Everything has been perfect for you, correct?
No.
No.
No, that's not how I got here. No, really. Well, I was a jock. I actually was pretty athletic as a kid. So I played volleyball in college, and then I had kind of a crash. So after my kids were born, I crashed. Okay. And I ended up on oxygen for 3 years. I was very sick. I was like allergic to everything in the world.
Wow.
So I had to get my health back. And I remember my brain wasn't working. Like I couldn't remember things. Like this is before cell phones. So I had my number written in my wallet. And I thought, wait a minute, I'm like 32 and I can't remember my phone number.
Yeah.
So there was just a lot of work I had to do. And so I ended up doctor hopping. Like medical didn't help me.
So you took medications?
Well, medications didn't help me. So I ended up doing the whole natural route.
Okay.
So I saw everybody from acupuncturists to chiropractors to naturopaths and an osteopathic doctor was one of the first doctors I found who really helped me a lot. And he put me on a lot of nutritional supplements. And I knew nothing about that then.
It's interesting about supplements because a lot of medical doctors, because they have to follow certain protocols, they have to by law. And they'll tell patients, because my mom has to deal with this sometimes, well, don't take these vitamins when you're taking this medication.
Right.
And that's completely wrong, as we both know.
Yeah, often there can be some I looked that up. There can be contraindications.
Well, because of the fillers.
Yes.
So it's funny because my vitamins, Power Pack 3, have no fillers whatsoever, as everyone knows.
Right.
So there's never ever an issue.
Right.
And a lot of companies aren't. I think that's kind of why they say that, because of the fillers and the chemicals that are loaded into a lot of the vitamins, as we know. But it's funny. So you use supplements to help you with your health, and I remember you told me before that you almost died. You could have died.
Yeah, I was pretty sick. In fact, I want to show a picture just because.
You want to show a picture? Okay.
The only reason I want to show this is because I say a picture saves you 1,000 words.
It saves you 1,000 words.
It saves you 1,000 words. So if you guys can really see where I was, and where I am now, and I'm also, want you to know that even if you're just like a little bit not healthy, we can help you get there.
Okay.
And really when you've done it yourself. So it's kind of like, if I hadn't gone through this, I probably wouldn't be here right now, sitting with you, and I wouldn't have gone, and became a naturopathic doctor and a biofeedback therapist and did all that. I mean, I was a school teacher and I taught special ed, and I loved those kids.
I did it as well.
I know. I think that's so cool. and so we, that was my path, and I really never thought I would really leave that.
It's funny how things in life happen. It's funny when I looked at that picture, I saw like one person who's not healthy, and then I see a a thin, super fit woman with a sports car.
Yeah. That was when I first could travel. I went to Las Vegas. It was actually a vitamin conference in Las Vegas, Nevada, and there was a car show. And someone was like, "You got to take a picture with the Ferrari." And I was like, "Okay, that's cool." So I ended up being the double picture there.
Right.
But, you know, so that was just a real goal for me to be able to travel and get healthy again and be able to be in the world. Yeah.
You know, it's interesting because so many people, Dr. Louise, they accept their faith, their fate, not their faith.
Yeah.
Their faith that, okay, this is how it is, and there's nothing I can do, and I'm stuck with what the doctor says. And I'm a big believer, I know you are, with believing in yourself, because when someone says no, what they're really showing, I think, is, hey, I don't have the answer for you, okay? I'm not sure this is the best information I can give you.
Right.
You know, and, you know, I've met some doctors over my lifetime who are really great. They're like, Joe, I can't help you, but I think you'll figure it out, which is great, and I always do.
Yes.
Instead of saying, you know, when I first tore my shoulder and the doctor says, you have to do surgery, I said, no, I don't. And he was like, good luck to you. And then I knew I would. But he wasn't trying to be nasty. He was basically saying, I can't help you. This is the best I can do is give you surgery. And I said, I'll figure out another path. Just like you went to all these doctors, they did the best that they could do, because they do, but you figured out the right option for yourself.
Yes, absolutely. And you know, and the message to everybody out there is that too. So I do have a lot of clients who come to me now and they're like, you know, the doctors aren't helping me. I've done this, and this. I tend to get the people that have been around. And that happened with myself too. And then what I realized is God helps those who help themselves.
Yes.
So, you know, it was in my hands. And I know I didn't want to feel like a victim at that time. I just knew all I wanted to do. At that time, my goal was just to be a mom to my kids. I had 2 small kids at home. It was really tough times. You know, I was on oxygen. I remember dragging that tank around the house.
Wow.
You know, I slept on 7 cotton blankets on the floor.
Wow.
I became a pesticide activist, actually.
Interesting.
So there was a lot of pesticides and herbicides used in Illinois, and I worked with the mayor to sue the state because they made me so sick. So I ended up getting petitions and just really getting out there and saying, you know what, I think I need to educate people about why we have so much asthma.
Yeah.
What really causes learning problems in kids? And it's the chemicals in our world. It's the chemicals in our food.
Right.
And when I would get so sick from them using all those chemicals in my neighborhood and ended up having to be on that oxygen tank, when I put 2 and 2 together, I went, okay, it's time to educate people about the positive change we need.
Right.
So we ended up using ladybugs to kill the bugs in the trees.
No, Louise, I just found out we got to go to a commercial.
Okay.
So, and I don't know, because I want to talk about the ladybugs. I want to talk about the toxins and the poisons. So, folks, I apologize for cutting off Dr. Louise. I apologize.
It's fine.
We're going to come back after this commercial. Thank you.
Garden Sort's Team Sales is a proud supporter of Proview Sports Network.
Get into the game. Garden Schwartz Team Sales features fine products and apparel from Wilson, Schutt Sports, Speedline, and Russell Athletics. We offer custom embroidery and screen printing services for all of your school or club needs, from team uniforms to school letter jackets. Specializing in all sports and serving all communities, from big schools to small schools, from up north to down south, or all points in between. Garden Schwartz Team Sales. For great prices, friendly staff, and quality products, call Garden Schwartz Team Sales today at 1-800-880-7767. That's 1-800-880-7767. Since 1939, Garden Schwartz Team Sales is a proud supporter of New Mexico youth athletics.
The Barley Room, a proud sponsor of Proview Networks for over 9 years, is pleased to introduce Black Iron Catering. From weddings and family reunions to birthdays and office parties, Black Iron Catering is perfect for any event. Contact Jamie at 505-459-8259 and book your event today. Black Iron Catering. Let us bring our kitchen to you.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of Proview Sports Network.
And folks, we're back. I need to apologize because I cut Dr. Louise off almost in mid-sentence, and it was some really good scientific stuff. We had to, because the people who have the commercials, I don't think get mad at me. I got enough people in this world mad at me.
I understand. I understand.
Anyway, so we were talking about the whole thing now. You became a pesticide advocate, correct?
Activist.
Activist, I'm sorry.
Yes,
not advocate.
activist.
I said it backwards. Oh my
Yes,
goodness.
yes,
So
activist.
can you explain that a little bit, please?
Well, you know what? I figured out that the chemicals were causing illness for a lot of people, and a lot of the asthma and stuff that some of the kids had was some of the herbicides and pesticides used in our neighborhood and used on the lawns. You know, so a lot of people used weed killer. This is back in the late 80s, early 90s. And I figured out that that was the cause of a lot of those issues. And so I thought, you know what, someone needs to educate people that they don't even know that this is the cause. Like, we even know now that pesticides and herbicides are the causes of lots of leukemias and different kinds of cancers.
Yes.
And so, you know, now that's known, but back then I don't think it was. But I started reading about it and researching it, and I thought, you know, I need to teach people. It's an education issue.
Yes.
So I ended up going to board meetings and doing all kinds of stuff to get that message out there. And, you know, I realized that one person can make a difference. That was my teacher. That's when I learned that. That's when I learned that, you know? And I was like, well, that means everybody can do this, you know? So it was very empowering in a lot of ways. And it helped me, I guess, you know, I was angry too, you know? So I guess what it did is fuel that anger. It was a way for me to move forward, to not feel like a victim, to be helpful to society and to the world at that time.
You know, it's funny because I had a question, and I'm going to switch my question out of my brain. That, you know, the whole thing about in this world where it's kind of like, you know, you need a group to get things done, and most of society goes one way, but it takes a leader to make things happen. So if 99% of people are doing it wrong in your opinion, or not the way you want to do it, it doesn't mean you can't do it your way. And when you're a leader, if you have a vision, nothing's going to stand in your way.
Absolutely.
Right. So if you're thinking about, hey, pesticides are a bad thing, they can cause cancer, absolutely. That attitude will work in so many arenas of health. Would you agree?
Absolutely. You know, and it's amazing because then years later, I became a naturopath. You know, I kind of said to myself, actually, I thought, you know, I'm kind of already there. I've had to learn this, and this for my health. Why don't I get the piece of paper that goes on the wall? So that's how it started.
That's how the world, yeah.
You know, I mean, I was really, like I said, I was just going to stay and be a teacher the rest of my life, which was fine, you know, and then I ended up on this other path because of my own health issues. And now when I look back, and so first a naturopath, and then I got my first biofeedback program, and then I started working with that, then I got another one, so now I have 5, and I started to see that it was actually what I learned to do with those kids who I taught to read, write, and spell. I was a dyslexic therapist.
Okay.
I was using a multisensory program. So we did what you see, with what you say, with what you hear, with what you write. And so we literally did B, bat, B. The sound, the visual. It was both desk writing and sky writing. A, apple, A, T, table, T. And then we put it together, B, at. And it was multi-sensory program that changed their brain, that got them to be able to read, write, and spell. And what I realized in natural health, because of my path and 16 years of doctor hopping to different alternative doctors, was I had to go over here for nutrition, over here for chiropractic, over here for my spiritual, and I thought, you know what? It has to be together to change the brain, just like we did with special ed.
Yes,
and so I developed a system, and I mean, it's just miracles happen with this now, because I'm doing it all together. I'm doing body, spirit, mind, emotions, and energy field all together, just like I learned with special ed and teaching those kids to read.
So what you do, I need to do the biofeedback stuff. Can you explain the science of biofeedback, please?
So I call it biofeedback. It's more like bioresonance, too.
Okay.
So it's energy work. It is a computer. It is a program. I have one where people are hooked up with bands.
Right.
You know, there's wires on the wrists, the ankles, and like this. And it's reading your electrical body and putting you in balance. Okay. So the strict biofeedback definition would be more like wearing sensors on your finger and then understanding hot and cold and you know what your body's feeling That would be if you went for medical biofeedback in an office, in a doctor, in a hospital.
Right, okay.
Today, we've come so far with our technology, just like we have with video and internet and everything else, that now we can do it differently. It's more like long distance frequency, or if you think about how sound frequency can change energy, how light can change your pain body. So we're using more of our new technology today to do that.
I think it's fascinating. So these kind of programs, you can do these with children, teenagers, adults, athletes.
Yes, yes. I remember.
Let me ask you this. How does this work with athletes?
Oh, athletes, it's awesome. In fact, one of the programs that I have was used with the Chinese Olympic team. Okay, when they won. Because what it does.
What sport was that?
I think it was skiing, and it might have been soccer too. But they used it with the whole team. So
well, 1996 though, we beat China. We beat China. The
yeah,
women, remember that?
Yeah, we did.
We did.
Well, but there have been, and so I've worked with ice skaters, I've worked with football players, with soccer players. So yes, what you can do is you're really doing peak performance with them. You're helping them up their game. You're keeping. It's a mindset thing too.
So would this be almost like maybe a bad word? Mental steroids?
Sure, cool. We can call it that.
Call that?
Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
But it's legal.
Yeah. Well, some of the frequency work that I do. Some of you might have heard this term before. A Rife machine.
Yes.
Royal Rife actually used frequency to kill cancer cells, and so some people in the medical world or in the natural world know what that is. Well, the biofeedback kind of programs that I have, I actually use that word. I say this is like, a Rife machine on steroids. It's got a lot more in it.
Yes.
So it can do a lot more. So it helps you keep your mental game up, but it also can work on pain. We can repair injury quicker. I know that I had the gift of working on the football team here years ago, and that was the year they won. And I was able to help.
Oh, the Lobos?
Yeah, it was awesome, And
when Rocky was the coach,
it was all long distance. What I mean by long distance is because everything is energy, you can send a frequency long distance. And so it's kind of like getting a text message on your phone.
Right.
Think about it. Like how does it get there? Right?
It has to be a frequency.
It's your number. And why doesn't that message come to someone else's number?
It has to be the right frequency.
Well, it's coming to your number.
Right.
You have that number. No one else has that phone number.
Yes.
Right?
Well, hopefully. Yeah.
Hopefully. So that's how, that's how that gets there. So that's how the biofeedback part works. But what I did is combined it all, and I use that as sort of a backup, and I teach people how to balance their body, how to release energy. So this is brain, actually. I guess I'll just show that.
Can you?
Yeah.
I'm going to get close on it.
I don't know if they can get a close on it.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's body, release, align with spirit, integrate, and put in a new program. And so this is that multi-sensory program that I'm telling you about, because when we do all of these steps together, people get a quicker result. So we can help addictions in one session.
Wow. So you work with people who have addiction problems
All
too?
kinds of stuff.
Now, could that be food addictions?
Yep.
Alcohol?
Yep.
Drugs?
Yep.
Emotion?
Yep. Now everybody's different.
Right.
So I would also say that I can't claim that it's going to be one session for you.
Right.
However, that has happened. I just worked with a lady with smoking, and
smoking's a big thing.
She was very, very determined to quit smoking.
Okay.
And when we used this combination all together, it was one session.
Wow. See, this is fascinating, Dr. Louise, because you do so much. I met you a while back, and you're very passionate about what you do.
Yes.
And I think that's why we have a nice connection here.
Yes.
And I know your stuff works because I'm hearing the feedback in the community, and I know you're doing so much, and I just want people to understand that, you can get healthy. Okay?
Yes.
It takes some time. There's no quick fix in 2 seconds, no magic pill. You have to really believe that you're going to be well. Okay?
Yes.
And I think what you do is you focus on that mindset with people of they're going to believe in themselves. And if you believe in yourself, you can really succeed in so many things.
Right.
Because I know myself, my whole life people tell me what I can't do. In fact, I have a buddy of mine, I'm going to say this. I told him I was going for left-handed batting lessons because I batted righty most of my life. I hit lefty in baseball up until I was 13. I should have stayed with it. It was a mistake. I'm still regret to this day. And I said, well, I'm going to hit lefty so it helps me down the road. And he goes, down the road playing? You're at the end of the road. And I said, you just motivated the wrong person, buddy, or the right person. So anyway, on that note, we got to go to a commercial, but you'll be here when we come back?
Yes, yes.
And we're going to go through a lot of different things. And folks, stay tuned. We are going to entertain you and inform you. Correct, Dr. Louise?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili, breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of Proview Sports Network. Don't forget, every Proview Network sporting event is on sale at our DVD store. Go to www.proviewNetworks.com to buy your DVD today.
Folks, we're back, and I was mentioning on the last segment how a friend of mine, I should say his name, but I don't think, well, I should, but I'm not going to. He knows who he is. That, about being motivated, and, at any point in your life, you can transform, you can change, you can get better, and I think that's very, very important.
Yes.
And it's funny, Dr. Louise, now we're in 2018, it's the new year, and 3 big things that come up, and I have this in my articles, is make more money, quit smoking, lose weight. I have found people to be successful quit smoking. My mother quit smoking years ago. She smoked from age 12 to age 48, quit on the spot, and hasn't looked back.
Awesome.
And I've seen other people who say they're going to make more money. They became millionaires in a year, and they're still making money. The lose weight and keep it off is the biggest difficult thing for most people.
Well, that's true.
And it's one of the reasons I wrote this book, which we can maybe focus on in a second, called Fire Your Diet. Can you guys see it out there? Fire Your Diet.
That's good.
And diet stands for depression, insecurity, emotional trauma. This is a great book. And by the way, I don't have many copies left. I really don't. But if you email me, drjoekasper@gmail.com, we can figure out a way to get you, it'll probably be an e-book because I only have like 10 copies of this left. I have to rewrite it. But this book helps a lot of people around the world. So speaking of diets and non-diets, I know you believe in being healthy without a diet, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, well, I don't like the word diet.
I don't
so
either.
let me just say, I don't think it's a diet. I think it's a life plan.
Yes.
And it's learning to change your lifestyle. And of course you have to be passionate and want to do it. So that's part of it.
Those are tremendous keys.
It's mindset again.
Yes.
It's
it
mindset
really is.
again. And it's releasing the blocks to what's blocking you from that. So this woman who we released the blocks with released 2 addictions, and she lost 12 pounds without trying.
Right.
Okay, because the other thing is chemicals are in the fat cells. So if you're eating, McDonald's every day and, fast food, you're not going to help yourself lose weight.
That's correct.
And then sometimes it's a mindset too of not saying I want to lose weight, but I want to be the perfect weight for me. Like the language, languaging.
That's great. So in other words, I have people who I know, they're not on my program, but they're losing. And I go, what's your game plan when the weight comes back? And they go, won't come back. It comes back because they have no end plan.
Right.
Because they're like watching this. Like right now in the gyms are going to be packed. People are going to work out for 2 hours a day who never work out. They're going to be counting calories. Look at this, and they're going to lose weight. They will, but they can't keep up that pace because that's not who they are, and they haven't trained their brain to really believe in a healthy lifestyle.
Yes.
It's kind of. I use this expression. Do you remember the car, the Ford Pinto?
Yes.
Okay, my friend had it. They actually blow up if you hit them
My
in the back.
dad had one.
If you hit them in the back, they actually catch fire. I've seen it happen twice. So if you're eating like a Ford Pinto, and then you're going to try a program that's like a Rolls Royce, that's kind of a huge difference. Get somewhere that you can adapt to.
Right. Good point.
Yeah, and people don't think about that. In other words, who are you as a person? And what are your food sensitivities, allergies, things you like? What do you like to do? So in all the health stuff, I always ask people, what do you like to do? And if you hate this, you'll quit.
Yes.
It has a lot of its common sense.
Yes.
So anyway, so speaking of programs, I know that you have an amazing, amazing program coming up in March.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
But I also know it's almost locked out. So can you explain that to us? Because I know it's huge.
Yes. So I have this awesome event. It's the.
How awesome is it?
Oh, it's so awesome. You got to be there. Well, it's transformational. It completely transforms. So people. So this is the Brain Soul Success Boot Camp. And it's coming up in March, so it's here in Albuquerque, actually. It's March 15th through the...
Help you a little bit. There we go.
Okay, it's March 15th through the 18th. And what you're going to learn in this boot camp is how to release stress, how to put your body back in balance, how to put your mind, your spirit back in balance, and also to clear your own energy field. So last year we even did before and after pictures, and people completely changed in a weekend.
Wow.
And the tools that they learned, they are now carrying into their families and being able to do that with their families too. And people who are practitioners, their clients. And we're just watching just amazing, amazing success with this. And so my goal is to teach people how to help themselves. Because yes, you can come to me and I can work with you, and I love that. I'm happy to help you. But if I can teach you some tools that you are now going to be able to carry with you and be able to help yourself when you need to, things like even putting your clavicle back in line, your brainstem back in line, how to realign your body. Some of them are chiropractic tools, but they're self tools.
Right, I like that.
You know, and so it's empowering. It's empowering for people because they learn to help themselves.
See, that's the key. I think a really great health practitioner, therapist, doctor, coach, whatever you want to say we all are, teaches people ultimately to be independent of them, not dependent on them.
Exactly. Yes.
So in other words, can you, like I can teach my 22-minute workout exercise program, which is awesome, to people to be independent of it.
Yes.
I could take people food shopping and teach them, and the supplement stuff too. You could teach it to them, and I want them to eventually not need me, because then they can move on and be independent. We're always here for them.
Yes.
But can we make them independent? And I think practitioners, in my opinion, shouldn't be afraid to share their knowledge. Like, well, don't give them everything. Well, give them as much as they can handle.
Oh, yes.
And let them be as they be.
Absolutely. I've been in practice for 20 years, but 13 years I've owned Albuquerque Natural Health Center. During that time, I've taught a lot of people how to muscle test themselves, how to figure out things for themselves, how to be able to dowse and understand their bodies.
Right.
And then they will still call me and they'll say, I've been looking in Hannah Kroger's book and it looks like I have, it sounds like I have a bacterial infection. Can you check on that for me, and do you have this supplement?
Right.
So, I love that because they have figured it out for themselves.
That's
now
awesome.
they have the tools.
Wow.
That's what we want to do.
See, now, okay, this is great stuff. So listen, so I know we're coming near the end. Can you please give everyone all your information? I want them to contact you. I know it's on your site, but give them everything. I want them to find you. Find you.
Find me, yes. Okay, so LouiseSwartzwalter.com is one of my websites. The other one is abqnaturalhealthcenter.com. That phone number is 505-797-0540, so you can reach us there. Look up those websites. There's also an opportunity to talk with me. So on LouiseSwartzwalter.com, it says Discovery Session, sign up here. There's a little box on that website. Go ahead and sign up, and I'll get a form in my email box, and then we'll connect on a phone call, and I can work with you and find out what your best next step is. What is it you want to do in your life, and what can I help you with? So I'd love to help you. I love connecting with people. I think you can tell that. The more people help this year in 2018, the better.
That's awesome. Well, Dr. Louise, thank you so much. Absolutely amazing.
Yes,
You're
I
such a
love
sweet
you.
lady.
I love you, Dr. Joe. This has been great.
Thank you. You're not only New Yorkers, they like me out here.
We do. We like him out here.
All right. Anyway, so again, I want to thank Dr. Louise, and I want to thank our sponsor, Power Pack 3 Vitamins. Again, from the lab to the patient, no warehouse, no shelf. Probiotics, digestive enzymes, multivitamins, the best vitamin packet in the world, hands down. Again, you can reach me, Dr. Joe Kasper, at drjoekasper@gmail.com, drjoekasper@gmail.com. And remember, folks, this is the Underground Health Club. Thank you, our sponsors. Thank you, Dr. Louise.
Thank you.
And we'll see you soon. God bless
Bye,
everyone.
everybody.